Newport? How did you sort of come up with the idea of the Women of Newport?
Actually, it was after Newport Rising Festival, the first one, because I like, the vibes, around the festival, and it kind of inspired me. And that's how, I came in with the idea of the project. It wasn't about Women of Newport, just anything, the project.
So did you went to the event?
Yes, I was the photographer also.
Okay.
So I'm involved with Newport Rising from the beginning, so that's another amazing thing.
Okay, that's
and so I came with this idea. Actually, I shared it with David Daniel, and he said, yes, it sounds good, but I need more details. So I said, just give me some time, I will find out actually what I can do. And then I noticed the article about Janet Martin, about her toilet, the
Is it the
yeah, she's
the Phyllis Maud?
Yes,
the Phyllis Maud.
I never heard about Janet Martin before, and suddenly there was this lady who turned the local Victorian toilet into art theater. So I started reading, and Georgie was one of the women who inspired me. I really like her from the beginning.
Yeah. And
then I started doing research. I shared the idea with David. He said it sounds really good, and that's
That's how you got like the concept. Did you have any sort of other sort of projects that could have been your main sort of project, or was it, I want to do a piece on Women of Newport?
Women of Newport.
You knew it from the very beginning.
Yes. Then when I it's just so few weeks after I decided to do some kind of project, I knew what Women of Newport would be the project.
You knew that would be it.
And from the beginning, I wanted the project to be the escape rooms.
The escape rooms.
Yes, because it's like dark, it's like underground, and now it's this underground world. In Newport is growing, is better. The project is coming out.
That's escape rooms. Is that Ellie Daniel?
Ellie Daniel and
David
David Daniel.
Yeah, she does that, doesn't? Oh, does David do the escape rooms as well?
Yes, he was. Not, I think not anymore. Yes, he was in that time. They were both running the business.
Okay.
And so probably if not David, actually I wouldn't know about the escape room. So it's all like they're connected. But I like the place. It's dark, industrial, and so I love it. And so I really wanted, I like anyway like independent places.
So when was the first Newport Rising that you had the idea of, I want to do this exhibition, I want to do the Women of Newport? What was that?
2018.
2018. That's when it began. That's when you had the concept.
And actually, the first woman actually I photographed was Ree.
Really?
She was. I contact.
The original.
Yes, I contact her by Instagram.
Yeah.
And you were like excited from the beginning. Yes, you said you're happy to be involved in something positive, and I photographed you in December, like one of the last days of December 2018, and you were the first person I photographed.
The very first. Okay.
So.
Okay. How many women did you photograph for the exhibition in total? How many?
In total, I had because there were like single women, also a group of women. Yes, but if you count the group of women as a one, so. Altogether 40, 42, I don't remember.
Oh,
actually.
nice. That's a lot of photographs.
Yes, and each woman had 3 photos.
3 photos each?
Yeah, so there were 100 something.
How long did that take to photograph all women?
I did it all together in 4 or 5 months.
Okay.
But to be honest, for the first 2 months, I struggled, to convince the women to join, my project.
Really?
Yes, it was like... that she agreed. There were, the few other girls, but then I really wanted to reach, more like influential women. Yeah. So the first one was Janet Martin.
Okay.
And Jessica Morden, because I met, Jessica actually before, Newport Rising, Women of Newport, because Jessica represents
Member of Parliament, isn't she?
Yes, and she's in England quite often, so that's how we met.
Okay.
On one of the local events, and so it actually helped. And then actually I started, with the help, of the women, I started building a network.
Okay.
So that's when I started thinking that's actually good. It's not just the exhibition, but the building, that
the network, relationships and connections.
And helping each other. So, for example, I photographed, the one person, and that person gave me, the link or introduced me to another person.
So do you think where you got like Jessica Morden on board, a lot of people sort of thought, well, Jess is doing it. Jess is quite a high profile figure. I want to sign up. I want to be in the project.
I think more with Janet Martin, because with Jessica, I photographed her actually in the middle of April, so it was quite late already, and the exhibition was on the 24th of May. And but Janet, and actually Janet didn't mind when I use her name, to introduce the project. For example, I was trying to reach some women. I was saying it's about this one and that one, and for example Janet Martin, she's involved, so it helped.
So is Janet influential in the community as well?
Yeah, she's very influential, because then just before the exhibition, BBC Wales contact me. They found me on Twitter, and they actually requested Janet Martin to be also interviewed for the exhibition. So me, Janet Martin, and then they wanted one more person, and so we chose Ree.
Nice.
So
nice.
she's very influential.
That's good. I was introduced to Women of Newport from Elliott, Record One. He said there's this campaign going on. There's a fundraiser looking to raise money, and she's got a deadline to do it, and she's quite far behind. Should we help her? And we were like, yeah, let's donate some money. So what was that like? Because did you have a deadline to sort of, you had to raise the money for this deadline, and then if you didn't raise the money you would lose it all?
Yes, actually it was a big risk. Actually, I was very nervous. I was checking that the campaign, and I was telling because David Daniel, he wasn't helping me so much at the beginning, but later it was so busy that I needed some help, and he was helping me, and he was saying don't worry. And I said, if I won't be able to reach, from the people from outside, I will put my, my own money to be sure that it's not lost completely.
Just so you didn't lose that money, because that would just be devastating.
But actually, the cost, of the exhibition was much higher than the Kickstarter campaign. It was, but I think it was worth it. I risked it a lot. I put, lots of risk and time. Actually, I couldn't do for the last 2 months before the exhibition any photography job.
You had to stop photography because you had to focus on the event.
Because then suddenly, like 2 months before the exhibition, I started receiving messages from women. I would like to be part of it. So for the first 2 months, I was like chasing, women. I try, to photograph as many as I could. But then in the next 2 months, actually, it was, it was crazy, because I had more women that I could photograph. Actually,
did you have to sort of turn away women and say no?
Yes, I had to do it actually in a few cases, because I wasn't able, physically to photograph them, and then the money I really spent, a lot, and
But you did it.
Yes, I did.
You pulled it off. You got the event. The event was a success. Yeah, I was there.
Yes, and now actually the next Friday is going to Cardiff, because Jane Bryant from the beginning, she was on the exhibition launching day, and she said she wants to take this exhibition to Welsh Assembly. But unfortunately the Welsh Assembly is booked fully till the end of 2020. Something like that. So it is not going to Welsh Assembly, but to, how you say,
T Haven,
the charity, right?
Yes, I always have a problem say it. So it's going there, and it's going next week. So it won't be for the public, but still, the many people from different organizations, or I don't know, politicians, they will see it, when
so they can people can go up and see it to this day. They can go and see the exhibition. Okay, and it's going to Cardiff.
It's going to Cardiff, it's precisely next week, and it will stay there for the 3 months.
Has it been in any other location? Because it was in escape rooms. Did it go anywhere else, and then anywhere else?
To the Kettle Cafe. It's in the town.
Kettle
yes,
Cafe.
It's the old Starbucks at the same building as Westgate Hotel.
How long was it there?
3 months, 3-4 months, something like that.
Okay, did you?
Oh, and Coach, and after that it went to Coach for a month.
And did you sort of go down and visit and say hello?
Yes, especially in the Kettle Cafe. Then when it wasn't at Coach, I couldn't so much because of the personal problems. But also, I had to go to fly to Poland, And so, but I was there at the opening day, and then yes, and I think that's it.
Nice. So how long have you been photographing now? How long have you been a photographer?
Professional photographer for 2 years. Before that, I was having, my very old, camera, but once in a while, when we were doing family walks, I took it and I was mostly photographing like trees or something. I lived in Bristol, so sometimes, the Bristol city centre, but I wasn't so into photography.
You weren't into photography when you were at Bristol? Yeah,
occasionally. Like, for example, I could photograph something we obsessed, for a month, and then for 6 months I would just leave it,
Really?
And but then when I started, professional photography 2 years ago, actually I do it constantly, and now actually I feel like I need a break, sometimes from.
Right. Yeah.
Because
You work too hard.
Yeah, I think so. I constantly, I photographed today two people.
You worked today as well?
Yes, two people I photographed.
You need to take a break sometimes.
Have a Kit Kat.
Have a Kit Kat. That's true.
The doctor said to me the other day, it was just like, I went in, like, and just looked at my hair and he was like, so what ethnicity are you then? I just looked at him and I went, Rasta. Literally, it's exactly what I said. I was like, Rasta. It's not an ethnicity, but he was like, no, like, obviously you're Caucasian, but you got like Jamaica in there. I was like, fuck knows, I wish, like.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I've got an afro, mate.
Is your hair hard to sort of maintain, like?
What now?
Well, how do they do dreads? How is it done? Like, I could never have them. I got really thin hair. How is it done?
You probably don't know it. You might. If you like have braids done in your hair.
I've never had that.
Exactly.
I'd try it. I would try it. I'd like
they
to.
basically just section it off into little, like in a shape. So you've got to have them all odd, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So that they're in between, so that they're not all in massive lines down your head.
Yeah.
Section them off, and then backcomb the hair.
Backcomb.
And then you just need to kind of keep pulling it and just knotting it in any way you can.
And that's how it gets thick.
And that's how it. Well,
do you have to put like material in there as well?
No, it's all my hair.
That's all from backcombing.
Yeah. So my hair was quite long anyway. It was like down to about there anyway.
Yeah.
And then you backcomb it, and obviously it gets shorter, and then like they tighten up, like as you wash them and as the time goes on, and then they'll kind of shrink. And then when they're happy, they'll start to grow long again. Okay. It's mad.
So
like,
you still have to
they're all kind
backcomb
of
them
different lengths. Like this one back here, this is actually baby dread. When I first had it, it was up to here, and it's like grown really long in 3 years.
Wow.
It's baby dread. Baby dread. Baby. Anyway.
So like when you wash your hair, how do you wash the dread?
Nightmare.
Do you have to literally just like?
It's a fucking nightmare. It takes forever. I've got like you got to get a special
How do you even shampoo? Yeah, how do you shampoo?
It's a residue-free shampoo. It looks like a bar of soap. Get it off eBay. Like it's handmade type of thing, you know.
Yeah.
That's patchouli. Yeah, it smells good. I kind of like run a bath. And I'll just like stick my head in the bath, and then I can't pick up my neck because it's so heavy. And I'll just kind of rub the scalp, like really massage that scalp and get it all off there.
Can you use it like a pillow? Can you like fold your hair up and like? I imagine you got like extra support there.
Oh yeah, it's a nightmare though. I've like nearly strangled myself when I've gone to sleep, because you know when you like wiggle around and you've done that, and you're like, so I tend to just kind of chuck it all up above me. Like a pineapple.
Would you ever have dreads, Ray?
No.
Absolutely
You've
not.
got lovely long.
You've got long hair. You could do it. You could do it.
You said they're like high maintenance. Literally, my hair takes like 5 minutes to dry, and it's just like this.
So it takes like about an hour to wash them, because you've got to make sure you get it all out and stuff.
Does that mean you have to get up like super early a day?
Well, I'll do it on a weekend, like every other week, if I can be arsed, or a month. These need washing. But it takes the rest of the day to dry, like, you know. Wow. So I'll wrap them in a towel and leave them there for like an hour, and then I'll hair dry them. But then they're just still damp inside, because, you know. But one thing you never do is go to bed with them wet.
No.
No, because all the humidity and stuff. So, like, in case of mould.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I never thought about it.
Yeah.
So how long would you have to have your hair?
Like, I'm not gonna lie.
How long would you have to have your hair to sort of...
Get a decent dread
Yeah.
that's not going to be up here.
Yeah.
I'd say at least like
Past the length, yeah.
length, really.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've got a long way to go.
Yeah, you are.
Long way to go. I am
they
growing
will
my hair.
literally
I'm
be
growing.
like this big.
They'd be, yeah. They'd be...
It'd be
Can you,
Mr. Simpson.
can you Photoshop me an image?
Oh, that'd be funny.
Would you ever have dreadlocks?
No, but I had once very short hair.
You had short
like,
hair?
Like that, yeah.
Did you?
I did
Yes,
that
I used
at
to
18.
listen, punk music, and I was, I even pierced, my
You
my
were a
nose
punk?
on myself,
You were a one...
And actually my ears, I pierced myself. I don't feel pain, so much pain, actually. And it was just, crazy time when you were like 15 or
Would you ever
something.
pierce your nose again?
No, I
No?
didn't.
No.
No.
I
mean, it
you
was-
look cute.
Go on.
With little nose.
I did it, it was very, very, I don't know why I did that, I was so proud, of myself. It's like a typical 15,
Yeah, doing it yourself. That's
Does it
that's
hurt?
crazy.
And that one hurt, but this one didn't.
Ears don't hurt.
I don't. And actually, I don't use needles. I didn't use needles, but
You used the gun. Did you use the gun?
no, I didn't.
Did you use the earring?
Earring.
Oh God.
The needle is the worst because it's like
The needle's the best, isn't it? That's the
what
most
I
efficient way to
felt
pierce an
pain,
ear.
That's when you felt pain
With needle, yes.
with the needle, but you didn't feel it trying
'Cause
to
it's
get a
with a
blood.
blunt.
How does that work?
Yeah. So I think that it's a little bit too low, I wear, the earrings, but I think it's a bit too low because I did it myself,
Maybe you should get them done again.
And maybe. I had also more, I was wearing skulls here, I had lots of, stuff. I've got lots of hair, and I wasn't taking them off, for like 2 years.
Well, you had
Lots of
You had
like stuff,
piercings.
So not piercing, but like lots of, yes.
And, stuff during
And they were
this.
constantly on, for like almost 2 years,
You're gonna have to show us some photos.
I don't have it, to be
Yeah.
honest. That was in the 90s, 90s, because I was,
No smartphones.
I'm nearly 40 years.
Back in the
so it
good
was
old
long time
days.
ago. Yeah, that was, I was listening,
You had to go
Sometimes,
get your photos developed.
Sometimes I'm in this
Yeah.
mood, that I go back, and actually it was punk, Polish punk, rock, but like a proper.
What's Polish punk? Hang on, the
It's
camera's
like
on.
the.
They're on. Oh,
It's like-
excellent. Yeah,
it's
tell us
like-
about Polish punk. Yeah.
Oh God,
Let's go.
It's
go.
a lot of about. One of the band, for example, name was something with the toilet, seat, and.
Well, the name
It was
is
very,
Toilet
yeah, something like I don't remember. Yes, yeah.
Okay.
So,
Well,
but
well.
it was lots of like like swearing very hard,
Okay.
And actually, I checked it, not a long time ago on YouTube. The songs are there, and it's so funny,
I mean,
the
what
words,
was that?
and but it was very.
What are they called?
I can hold on. The one of the best.
Could you
one.
type it in?
Yes, I can
Yeah.
type it in.
Did they have
Actually,
translation?
that one is quite nice.
Yeah.
It's not so.
Let's have a hear. Let's have a listen.
Polish.
Polish punk.
None
Do
of
it.
us will understand.
No,
I'm ready for
it's
it.
gonna be mental.
Yes, it's gonna be
Is that
that
it?
one. Oh, and that one was quite popular, and actually I really like that one.
Yeah.
And I've got new. It's a post-regiment band, and I like that one. This was one of my favorites.
The Polish punk.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's about the. I don't want to translate
An
it. It's-
error
Let's
occurred.
have a listen.
Please try again later.
Okay.
Have we got some playback error? No.
Maybe there's a reason for that.
Oh.
Have a listen.
That was very popular, that time. It's quite calm, this one. I will see later, with.
Did I do that?
Later, you will see it will be a little bit faster.
Okay. So, have you seen these live?
No, I was too young, to see it live. There is the Polish, a Poland festival, like Polish Woodstock.
Polish Woodstock.
And actually, I wanted to go, but my parents said no. Actually, I don't blame them now, to be honest. And and it was one of the more civilized songs.
I like it.
That one.
I quite like it. What are they saying? Could you translate?
It's about how to translate it. It's like the changing. It's like once you're down, once you're up. You're in your life, yes.
Okay, roller coaster.
Basically,
Roller coaster. Yeah.
Yes, but changing colors because it's a. So it's about being down and getting up.
Cool. So you were once a punk then?
We were calling. I was thinking that they're like the kinder punk because I was just 15 and I pretended I'm punk. So there were guys who were like a proper punks or something, and actually they stayed I think till this day. I don't think it's healthy.
You don't think it's healthy?
No, if you go extreme it's not.
Yeah.
But
would you ever go to a punk show again?
Oh, I would.
You would?
I would.
Yeah?
Yes, I would.
Okay.
I would definitely.
Why didn't you do it?
I have no time. You mean now? Yes. Or, yeah. If there will be something around, yes. I like music. I love it.
You like Einstein?
Yes, actually, I would like. I know.
Mm.
I try to get. I don't know if it's possible to get in as a photographer. I can do it for free. I photograph it because as long as they have the shows with fire, like
that
they usually
cool.
have. Yes. That
would be
actually
cool.
I was trying to. I don't know how to get there. To be honest.
Would you
because I'd search the website. I really would be interested.
Yeah.
I went to see Slipknot a few weeks ago.
I know. I was thinking.
Cardiff.
I was thinking about that one. I also was thinking about that one, but I was busy.
They released new tickets after a week before.
I kept trying. It was no, sold out. No, sold out. I was devastated. That's one band I would love to see.
It was amazing. It was awesome.
I want to see A Day to Remember. I don't know if you guys are into that.
Yeah, I know.
They play in Bristol, I think.
Nice.
Yeah, a couple of months' time, I think. But that would be a cool show.
Yeah.
You heard of them? Day to Remember?
No, actually.
I haven't listened to them since I was a kid.
Exactly.
Emo days, Back
in the emo days.
Yeah,
It's been a
I'm going to
while.
listen to them when I get home now.
Old school. Old school.
Maybe I know, but I don't. Doesn't ring the bell now.
They're more like American. They're not like rock, are they? They're
hardcore.
They're like hardcore punk, right?
Yeah.
Hardcore punky pop, a bit of pop in there.
Yeah, pop.
I know that time, when I was listening, actually, you couldn't admit you were listening Green Day, because they called themselves, the punk, band, but they were like commercial, the punk.
I love Green Day.
Yeah, I also love.
What's wrong with Green Day?
No, because it wasn't real punk, and it was more like for commercial,
Pop.
Yeah.
Too poppy.
The same they said about Nirvana. If you admitted that you were listening, the first album was like the proper rock, but then from the second, Nevermind, which was.
That's their best one in my opinion.
But it was more.
I love that album.
Like it wasn't like a. Like a very hard rock.
It was commercial. It's because they had
the
producer that did it has done like every top selling album ever. So I think he knows the tricks of the trade, how to make the album sound, radio worthy, that people would like it, But that's my favourite album. What's your favourite Nirvana album? Or do you not like them?
I don't really like Nirvana.
Don't like them?
It's a bit too depressing for me.
It's a bit depressing.
I think also for me was Nevermind, to be honest.
Definitely.
But I don't listen, Nirvana anymore. I used to like it, but
yeah.
I don't.
What was your favourite song?
I feel like Smells Like Teen Spirit, I like that
classic,
one.
absolute classic. What about you, George?
I don't know. I never really have a favourite. I feel like I'm cheating. If I have a favourite, it's not like I don't love the rest. They're
not excluded.
Yeah.
They're all in. If I put a CD on right now, do you say Nevermind was your favourite album?
Yeah.
Which song would you want to go on first?
I don't know. Shuffle. Just shuffle thing.
Good answer.
Shuffle. I like a good shuffle.
Mm.
It kind of makes up your mind for. I'm really at making crap at making decisions. Rubbish at making decisions.
I'm really bleeding.
So I like it when
just
it just does it for you, doesn't it? It's like, and then if you're not enjoying it, you just say, all right, next.
You know, I'm kind of on the same level as you, because when I design my own playlist, I know what's coming. Like, you can only have so many songs in there, and you're like, well, I've listened to like 40% of it. I know next either this song or that song is going to come on. Yeah. So I literally ask people for their playlist now.
Yeah.
I have to.
I love listening to other people's music.
Exactly.
Because there's loads on there that I'm like, oh, this person's awesome. I would never.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so you need to keep it fresh, I think. So if any of you guys got playlists, I would like to listen to them.
Have you tried stations though? Like on my Amazon Music, if I looked up like Papa Roach, you can put the station on and it will play similar music to Papa Roach.
Oh,
they're really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Spotify
got some gems in there.
Yeah.
And they've got like radios on Spotify.
Yeah.
Lizzo radio.
Yes.
All day long, maybe. All day long.
Nice. I'll have to try that out. Definitely.
Can I interject? You should do a Women of Newport playlist.
Oh my gosh, yes!
Oh,
it's going to be so eclectic.
Yeah.
Genius. Producer Caitilin.
Absolutely.
Nailed it. So what would you have on the Women of Newport
tips.
playlist?
I don't know. To be
All
honest,
the pressure.
There's so many awesome classics that you could have, like, you know, Stronger.
Yeah.
Christina in there, like, you know.
Stronger.
Strong women. Strong women playlists. Yeah.
You know.
I thought you meant Britney.
Yeah, no.
Who's the number one female artist in your opinion? Of all time.
Oh, come
on. That's hard.
I know. That's why I asked
think you can't choose the one artist.
No.
Michael Jackson.
A female.
Yeah.
Female?
I think it's easier with male, actually.
Well, that's why I said female.
Yeah, because it's
female.
I know. I respect Tina Turner very much.
I love Tina Turner.
And actually, it's amazing that she did the career after she left, her husband, and actually, she was almost 50, I think, that time. Yes, and she actually had the biggest songs, after.
She's the best. I love her voice so much. Simply the best.
So I think she's Cher. I like I always like Cher because she was just doing.
Cher, yeah.
She was very she was doing.
Powerful.
Yeah.
I've never listened.
And
to
she's
Cher.
a good actress also.
I really like Billie Eilish at the moment.
Oh,
she is killing it.
She's got her head screwed on.
She is whatever she's doing is working.
Different.
It's like so James Bond that it's just
But I think the way she is at the Grammys and the Brit Awards as well.
Do you see that photo with her where she's just like this and there's just like 4 Grammys and she's like, I'm the best. She is.
I like the fact that she wears baggy clothes as well, so she's not body shamed.
She did. I read that. Yeah.
I love her attitude. She's just like, I'm not.
She's
for a 19-year-old, that's mad.
She is pretty good.
I can't believe she's 19.
What's her view count? There's something like over 300 million views on YouTube or something ridiculous like that. I mean, I only really I knew her name, but I only really checked out her album like a couple of months ago, and it's really good. Some of it's a bit dark though. Some of it's like, wow.
I like how dark it is.
I do like it.
Yeah. What is it? Listen Before I Go or something?
785 million views.
Wow.
I like it's completely gone off my head now.
I think she's got a lot of artistic direction.
One of her songs, I can't remember the name.
Which one is it? Is it off her latest album?
Yeah.
Is the one called Listen Before I Go or something like that, where she wants to go to the rooftop? And
that one.
That one?
Yeah.
It is that one.
Yeah, I can't
remember what it's called now, but that's driving.
Bury Your Friends.
No, I think it's called Listen Before I Go.
Listen Before I Go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stars are on it.
She's quite creative with music videos as well. They're really like out there. Really.
There isn't really much to them. It's just like mainly her, isn't it? Yeah, it's really good.
Everything I Wanted.
That's
my favourite.
One?
I quite like that one, but it's quite sad and depressing, Whatever.
She's got like a really soft voice. It's almost like she's whispering into the mic.
Yeah.
She's like. But it sounds good.
It's beautiful. They play.
People like it.
Beauty.
It is a beauty.
Beauty.
It is a beauty.
Oh, well, I give you a tune, but the saxophone's got a reed in it, so good.
Can you play the saxophone?
Yeah.
Can you actually?
Yeah.
Oh man. That would have been good, wouldn't it?
Melodica. Yeah.
Wow. So is that like a dud? Can that not be played?
No, it has. I think I have played that one.
You have played it?
Yeah.
When?
I did, I don't know, a few years ago. Paffey's asked me to do a few things.
A couple of years ago, yeah.
Yeah, he needed some, like, he wanted something over the top of, like, a project that he did. So I just played some random saxophone.
And it was that saxophone?
No, I think it was my tenor, but I have played that one.
Okay.
Let's just check that it's...
Was it really hard to play a saxophone?
No.
No. I think I probably would find it. Can you play, what's that epic song with a saxophone
Careless
intro?
Whisper.
Yeah.
No, it's not that.
Yes.
What is it?
Baker
It's an old...
Street.
That's the
Yeah,
one. Can you play Baker
Yeah.
Street?
Yeah, not off the top of my head though, but yeah.
Like if you had a backing beat, you could do it.
And no, I'd have to work it out or give me some music.
Really? Oh, you can read music as well?
Yeah. So
That's-
I did it in school, so I started on clarinet. Well, actually, recorder, primary school. Woo! I love my recorder.
Big
Still
up
got it.
recorder.
Clarinet then, and then they needed a sax player, and it was just a case of, George, give that a whirl. And then I picked up the flute because it's once you've got one, you can play them all type of thing.
So if you can read, like, is it all the same music? Or
So I read, for woodwind instruments, it's treble clef. You know, for piano, you've got a treble clef and then a bass clef. Different
I
hands.
have no idea.
Which fried my brain because you're trying to read two different
I don't get it.
lines of music
Yeah.
and play them at the same time. But yeah, treble woodwind instruments, because you can only make one noise at a time. You can literally only
course.
play one note at a time.
What instrument would you like to play, or can you play all the instruments that you want to play? Is there any other instrument you would play that?
I would have loved to have just learned piano.
Oh, say.
Go
'Cause,
to
like,
piano,
when you've
better.
got piano, I
Better.
tried piano. I had lessons when I was in school, but it was too late because I'd already
Why is it too late?
because I'd already picked up so many instruments and learnt the one clef, so I could play the one clef really well, but it's adding that other one when you're like
The
so
challenge.
far along. Do you know what I mean?
So-
Because you've got to sit there and go, if that's a C, then that's
So
a
you're using
D.
using the second hand sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a multitasking malarkey. It's mental.
One hand.
Guitar would have been cool as well, but I'm a bit cack-handed, so I play it left.
Are you lefty?
No,
No.
I'm cack-handed.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Weird. It's weird. That's just more natural to me than that.
Any other instruments? Would you play any instruments?
No, I tried, at school actually a bit of piano.
Yeah.
Because in my family, my cousins, they have professional lessons, and but that's it, Actually, I enjoy it, but nothing like serious. I was more like indoor sport. I was swimming, every day, for 3 hours, 5
Fair
times.
play.
And I started since I was 6 years old, and
Okay.
until I was like 13. Then I was too tired, because it was.
It's
I
tiring.
wasn't the best, the swimmer. I was,
Ah.
swimming, but
Still.
it's like too many hours, and
Yeah.
so nothing, with music. I just like to listen to music. That's
Okay.
it.
What about you, Ree?
I played the piano in school, got to like level 6,
That's really
so it
good.
was
So
quite good.
you could probably bang out
That's
some
pretty good.
tunes.
Probably not now. I'd like to learn again.
Yeah.
So I stopped when I was about 15, so that was years.
Could you play Titanic?
No, but I can play the Felix the Cat thing.
Chopsticks.
Is there a chopstick?
Would you? So you'd pick it back up then, piano?
I would like to, yeah. I need to exercise my hand because I don't want to end up with a claw hand when I'm older from holding tattoo machines. I've seen older tattooists and they're like that.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Because their hands in that
Seen
position
stuff.
for
Yeah.
so many hours of the day.
Yeah.
What's the longest sitting you've ever done?
9 hours?
Do you have many breaks in there, or?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was
Yeah,
gonna say,
quite a few.
9 hours straight of just.
I know.
Nope.
Go cross-eyed.
Uh,
I don't know how your customer did, because hurts after a while.
It does, yeah.
I'm tapping out after about 5 minutes.
I mean, you are gentle, but still, I'm like.
Have you all had have you got tattoo?
Yeah. I've got like a half sleeve by read.
She came in
cool.
with an A4 page of ideas. I was like, how am I going to get all this in?
I wasn't expecting her to like get all of those ideas into one design. I was just thinking like these were my ideas. At some point, you know, you can do kind of break them up like whatever. And then I came back, she's like, I've done this, and I'm like, that's everything in one. What? So yeah.
So it's on the arm now.
Yeah, it's up here.
Cool.
It's up here. I would show you, but effort.
Camilla?
I've got actually a small one.
Yeah.
I forgot about it because I can't see it.
Oh, okay.
It's
what is it?
over there. It's a small, like heart. Just as I just wanted to say, what's the fuss, about, and the feeling, when somebody said to you. But I forget about it.
You forget it. You forget you've got it. Okay. When did you? How old were you when you had that?
I think I was like 28, maybe 27.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you ever have any more?
Sometimes I think I would like to. Then I think about it quite often, but I never decide at the end.
About Miss Ree?
Actually, we
Miss
talk
Ree
about it.
right?
Yes.
Yeah, we need to.
Well, once or twice. Actually, I told you what I what I like.
What would you like?
I like dragons, but
You
not
like
like dragons.
Dragons.
But not
cool.
like Chinese type of dragons, but more like like the Game of Thrones dragons, that kind of.
Yeah, badass.
So if something then dragon.
So one day we could see a dragon on you.
Maybe one day, yes.
One day.
Who knows?
Well, you said you don't feel pain very much, so
No.
you could do a 9-hour sit-in.
Gosh, you want to put
You've had 3 kids, like. Can't be that bad.
It's fine, it's no problem. Yeah.
And
Okay. I wish you'd tell me more about the event. So tickets. Is it a ticketed event? Are you going to sell tickets?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
How much are they going to be roughly?
We were thinking about like £15.
Yeah.
It's just to cover actually the cost of the event. So it's
Yeah, of
nothing
course.
like
Yeah.
just to make millions. And so yes, because yes, we have like few plans and it costs. Everything costs. Yes.
Events, they're not cheap. I know
I said,
that.
last year when I did the exhibition, I really put, a lot of my own money, but then it was really difficult actually, for me to stand up, on my feet, after that expenses. So I don't want to repeat, the same situation. Actually, I would love, to spend on this one or that one. So actually, I'm happy that I have, the voices here to telling me I can't,
Keep tabs.
Actually,
Keep tabs
some
on
of
the
the
budget.
ideas like I had, Georgie, she found, something what will replace, that.
What was the page again?
Oh, the GoFundMe.
It's GoFundMe, is it?
Yeah, GoFundMe.
But
So,
it's linked off Women of Newport Facebook page.
so if they went on the
It'd be easier
Facebook
to
page, they
find.
could.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on the Women in
Link.
Newport Facebook page, Twitter and Instagram. The link is in the bio, and we've shared it, and we will continue to share it.
Yeah, we'll share it as well,
in
obviously.
the hope for some.
Absolutely. How are you
support there.
looking for your target at the moment?
We've got a target of 2,000. I mean, anything is much appreciated.
What's
at this point.
it on now at the moment?
At the moment, I don't think an awful lot, if I'm honest with you.
It's just started.
But it
really,
has,
is it?
yeah, it hasn't been like it hasn't been up for a week yet. So
Oh wow.
Mm.
and we haven't really given many, much details about the event. So we are kind of hoping that when we kind of give off a little bit more detail, that people will.
They'll
support us
start
that
doing.
way,
Yeah,
like,
it's only been out for a week, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But plus also because it's quite tiring and draining mentally, to count, on somebody, to support your event.
Yeah.
So actually, one of the goal, my goal since actually last year, like November, was to turn it, I mentioned brand, like Women of Newport brand, but also turn it into more like an official organization.
Yeah.
So I had, I was thinking about different options, and
can you get funding for that?
Yes, you can. I was thinking about community interest, company, and there are a few options, with this kind of organization. But if I do it properly, it's possible to get, to apply for the fundings, for the projects.
Yeah.
Because actually after, the event, there will be a project at the end of the year, and it will be a project related with mental health. And that with this project, that project actually I want to go outside, Newport, and it's very possible because I've got support from Jane Bryant, from the Welsh Assembly.
Okay, yeah, Jane Bryant.
But I need to like a proper, Women of Newport to be a proper organization.
Yeah.
So it's more like the professional way, of getting the funding. And
well, you've done it before, you hit the goal before, so I think you could do it again. We'll support you, obviously. I'm sure people would love to support the project as well, definitely.
It's it's for Newport, and just something like positive, also to build that network, the actual community, the network. This is important, and to inspire more women, to build this friendly relations with other women, to support each other, because actually with this project, Women of Newport, I wouldn't go so far if not the support of other women. So if we could all like help each other, we can actually achieve much more. And there is this hunger, in Newport at the moment, actually, to make positive things.
Yeah.
And it's growing. So
well, didn't you you sponsored the football team?
Yes, I'm their partner. It's official like partnership.
Partner.
Actually, I'm an official partner. Since July, August, last year, and I decided, to choose female football team because female football is still, not. It's quite actually popular now.
It's growing. It's
yes,
growing in
but
popularity.
let's be honest, it's not equal, with male football. And probably it won't be for another like 10, the 15 years.
There's a lot of money in
so, but I wanted like to support, the other, the women and their,
At like grassroots level, from locally.
So I'm happy, that one, and I know they, appreciate it, what I'm doing for them.
Have you got the logo on the shirt?
Yes, and I will have my own T-shirt, soon with the photographer at the back.
Really?
Yeah. Because once I mentioned it as a joke, and actually somebody mentioned it to Phil, because the manager, the team, that I should get one with the photographer on the back, So
yeah.
I hope I will.
What number would you have?
I know there will be photographer. And
number one. Number one.
Yeah, I will ask, Phil, if you're listening. Number one, please.
Get Kamila a number one shirt.
Yeah, I really like, and also actually, I like, the Phil, and the way he thinks about the female football, because he trains, he was training a man in the past, and it's like, I think like 15-16 years of experience, and he started, training women now. And he's very into, promoting female football. And his daughter actually is one of the player. And she was playing, since, she was little football.
Yeah.
So it's also nice, to hear that there are not only just, some men making jokes about female football, but they're really like...
Well, the World Cup, the last female World Cup, I think England, obviously not Wales, but it's close, England. I think they got really far. They almost won it, or third place, or brought runners up or something.
Yeah, so that's good.
Could you get that stat up, bro?
What was the sorry?
The last female World Cup. I'm sure it was like 2 years ago. Like they almost won it, the World Cup.
But when I was having conversation with the girls, playing, for example, some of them are different age, groups, I mean, they all play, in the same team, but some of them are like 20, and some of them are more than 30.
Yeah.
So for example, few of them who are 30 plus, they said they wish they had the chance, like it's now, to play professional football when they were younger. Now for them it's like, too late. They can do it just for fun.
Yeah.
So, but they said, they wish, they would be like in their 20s, now, or even younger,
was there
and
for
they
them,
can start, professional football. So there was this craving, 10 years ago, 15, or even more. And so now the younger girls, some of the younger girls in the team, they actually say, they think about professional football.
And why not?
Playing,
of course.
So
absolutely.
So I choose, I think, it was a good choice, for women of Newport to support, football. It's not just, this team, there are so many teams, at the moment.
Yeah.
So, but I can't, just support.
You can't support all of them,
everyone.
Well,
but I really like, I like, my football team. And I really want that T-shirt,
Yeah.
So.
Awesome. Any other sports women could get into, or what would you think could grow into a bigger for women? Do you think?
I'm not sure.
Roller derby.
I've never thought about it.
You do roller derby, don't you?
Oh yes,
well,
actually.
not so much anymore, but I do still volunteer with the Ravens.
Is that a Newport local team?
Yeah, very much so.
Okay.
So they train in Bettis.
Better.
Yeah. So.
How does a game work exactly?
It's a bit like rugby, but on roller skates. It's
Rugby.
brutal. Like,
Rugby on roller
It's quite rough,
It
Do
is
you have
quite
like
rough.
a hockey stick?
No. There's no ball. There's no stick. It's just people. So you'll have like 5 people on a track at one time. You'll have a jammer that you can kind of think of as the ball if you want, and they've got like a star on their helmet, and then you'll have 4 others that make up a pack, like a wall.
Okay. Are they trying to block it? Are they?
Yeah.
So you can't come past.
Exactly that. So
Yeah.
obviously that wall's trying to block the opposing jammer from getting through. Whilst
Okay.
You're trying to get through
And
the
that's.
wall of the opposition's
And
team.
is that how you score points?
You pass hips of players, and that's how you score points. And then you've got a lot of referees and a lot of non-skating officials that help make the game happen.
Okay.
It's really exciting.
Yeah. That sounds good. I'd give it a go.
Absolutely love it. It's great to watch, even if you don't take part in it. It's just great to be, and it's very much so a bit like Women of Newport, a community.
Yeah.
So.
Have you ever?
Actually, I met the team.
You did.
And actually, the team organized in August last year our Chartist tournament camp. There were teams from different part of Britain. So it was nice, and it was also supported by Newport Rising.
Yeah, Newport
and Rise Propaganda.
And you were there.
Yeah, so
Awesome.
2 days at the last weekend. It was of August. So
yeah, it was great.
mm-hmm.
It was
Oh,
good.
sounds good. Any other sports? Do you ever think cricket?
I'm not sure about cricket.
No, I don't like
No,
cricket.
I heard the longest day in cricket was like 90 days, or the longest play.
What for a game?
Yeah, for the game, because actually you can it doesn't have to be like in a one day. It can take
What?
some day.
I'm not
Really,
a cricket expert.
I know
I
my
don't-
husband, he
Is that
googled
true?
once.
They stop for tea breaks like every sort of hour and then keep the sandwiches and tea. Like the top professionals.
But the longest was really not maybe 90
Yeah,
days, but like a
It
month
goes
or
on
something.
for ages, and you can even not have a winner at the end of it as well.
What?
It just goes on for 90 days, and they
It's
just
a
yeah,
draw.
we'll
It's a bit
call it
like a
draw,
game
yeah.
of rounders, or like Monopoly when
Yeah.
you play for so
Rounders.
blinking long that you just give up
Yeah,
in the end.
pretty much.
Oh, right, I love Rounders. That was a
Rounders.
classic game. Rounders.
Classic.
So we kind of covered funding, haven't we? They can check out on the website, on the what's the donate? I keep forgetting the donation page.
GoFundMe.
GoFundMe.
page.
It's not just giving; it's GoFundMe.
Yeah,
They can-
on Facebook, on Instagram, and on Twitter.
Twitter.
The link is in the bio.
It's in the bio. They can just go onto the page on the app
Yes,
and just see the bio.
please.
Click donate, PayPal, 2 buttons, money in,
Yes,
supporting your local
please.
community.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Pretty much.
Awesome.
And we want everyone to buy tickets for the event because we're
When do they go on sale?
soon.
Good answer.
Soon. But also, there'll be in the future. We still, work on it. There'll be meetings. Like a friendly, something like coffee meetings when.
Okay.
Because I still receive, once in a while the messages or emails, from women, local women who would like to be. They follow, Women of Newport, and they would
Yeah.
like to be somehow involved. And my first idea was
Yeah.
to meet with every single one of them, just one to one. But
Yeah.
it takes so much time, and I can't do it.
Imagine.
But then this idea with these meetings, came, so we can do it, and it can be like every time can be a different team. Yes.
Okay.
For
so you
example,
have
once
different
about like
teams or-
like a topic, to like business, related, or can be with photography. There are so many photographers.
Like groups and classes.
Yeah.
Kind
So
of
for
thing.
example, if there are women, who like enjoy taking the pictures, they can.
You could do like
just
a
comment,
workshop
can
sort
meet,
of thing.
yeah. Or like even was suggesting like DAI, kind of workshops or.
That sounds good. Yeah.
Yeah, something I like to meet, and or even like for moms, I'm a mom of 4-year-old, child, and it's very difficult for me to sometimes, commit.
Balance life, I guess.
And so I know how frustrating it can be.
Yeah.
Actually, it will be one of the projects for the next year, because I already have, projects
Camilla's
in
got
my
so
mind,
many
for
ideas.
2021. So it will be about one of the. Basically, I want to do every year like two projects.
Two big projects.
Two big projects, and actually, with this event, Women of Newport, hopefully, it will be very successful, and then it will be like an annual event. And Miss Ree is the artist, who's doing the first, edition of merchandise products for Women of Newport. For example, the next year, the new artist, will take over. And it will be a good, occasion, to promote, the artists, so and also to
passing the torch
to see completely different view. For example, Miss Ree, if you know her work as a tattoo artist, you should expect, something like how I call it edgy. But for example, another artist, the next year could be more, with like a less edgy, like
less
a completely
edgy,
different style. Yes. And we will pick, the artist.
You'll change the artist over, will you?
And actually, it will be good, to give some. Maybe a chance, to artists who need more like a recognition or like a good, startup, for
so kind of promoting them, help them up, and okay, that's
kind of what Women of Newport's all about. Really, is supporting and building a community and like connecting people together.
So I think the initial event's going to be touching all different types of subjects.
Yeah.
And then the smaller coffee meetings afterwards are going to be like focused on one subject.
On one subject, just
okay.
Just more. So like lots of
And you want more women to get involved, more people to help out. Yeah, absolutely.
So we're all about Women of Newport's all about interacting with women with passion, inspiration, commitment, success, and kind of helping everyone. Everyone helps everyone.
Yeah, we also want to involve men. We've got a lot of men that support women, their partners, their sisters.
Yeah,
well,
men they do it without even realising half the time. I think.
Absolutely.
So if you want to be on board, check out our pages. Donate to our GoFundMe and buy a ticket for the event when the tickets go on sale.
And the merchandise as well.
And merch, obviously.
And the designs, there'll be few designs, and already the main one it was done like a month ago. Yes, I think or even more. It's really cool.
Is it out yet or?
No, it's not.
We're going to be posting it really soon though.
How
next
soon?
week. Yeah.
Cut soon. Very
Actually,
soon.
the plan was like today, with the post, with the Friday post.
Okay.
But it wasn't posted. So.
Can I buy a T-shirt?
Yes.
Of course you can.
Because there'll be also, some this particular is more like the women. For women, yes, I think.
Yeah, we've got.
But there'll be unisex,
Okay. Cool.
So that's why the different designs, so everyone is happy.
Yeah. Alright, top 5 women throughout history. Who makes the list?
Marie Curie Skłodowska, because she was Polish. No, not just that, but she was the first woman who won, the Nobel actually twice. Yes, she was the first woman who won the Nobel Prize,
okay.
and actually she and also the first woman, and I think one of the few people who, or maybe the only one who actually had the prize twice.
Yeah.
She had it, one more time, after.
Okay.
Because I don't know actually
Who else?
Who else?
Top 5.
Emily, what's her surname? Thank you.
Pankhurst, Emily Pankhurst.
Emily Pankhurst, for obvious reasons.
Yeah. Suffragette movement. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
3 more. Top 5 women of all time.
Actually, a local woman. Now it's like the project. I'm involved also in the project about Lady Rhonda.
Lady
yeah,
Rhonda.
true.
Yes, Lady Rhonda.
What's going on with that? Tell us about
Lady Rhonda, you know, she's actually was on the movement. Actually, you know, the right, you know, to vote is also, you know, thanks to her. She was, you know, from Newport, and she was she was very successful as a businesswoman, and she ran, you know, her magazine, and you know, she did a lot of things, and so she's quite the statue. It's a project, you know, about the, you know, the statue. I feel very privileged because I was invited, you know, to the steering group, you know, of that project, and you know, so it's a big honor.
Okay, yeah.
And cool. So I think, you know, she's quite. I didn't know there was such woman, you know, here locally.
No, that's good. I didn't know. So you guys helping out with that project, that's good, because, you know, I didn't know about that. So you're helping, you know, get her message out there, I guess.
Spread the word.
Spread the word.
Yes.
Any other inspirational women? Who's again top 5?
Yeah. Oh my God, Lizzo.
Yeah.
Lizzo is so inspirational. If you don't know who Lizzo is, check Lizzo.
I don't know who Lizzo is.
You don't know who Lizzo is?
Oh no!
I know who Lizzo is.
Wow.
Lizzo is. He's got taste, clearly.
Who's Lizzo? Singer.
Lizzo.
Okay.
Put a song on.
She's amazing.
Truth hurts.
It does.
Juice. I'm going to say someone I said earlier when we were chatting, Billie Eilish, for the current young generation. I think she's a really good inspiration.
I think she's a good role model for like future generations.
Definitely at the moment. If she keeps going like this as she gets older, she'll have a really successful career. And
she's already smashing it.
Yeah.
She's doing
I
really
hope she stays screwed up.
Billie Eilish as well.
Head screwed on.
Many, man.
They're probably not, I
like,
well, that's what you're about, celebrating women.
The climate activists, you know, Greta and
yeah.
It's just, you know, when I think about it, I can't, you know, probably I will go back home and I will think, you know, okay, I could say this.
You'll think of
one.
you'll think of more when you get home.
But
so many, mate.
Okay,
but for example, today, you know, I met, you know, the woman, I think, you know, find it inspiring, you know, 71 years old, you know, Pam, and she was the world champion in Taekwondo. She became at age 44, and I photographed her, you know, today, and she did a split, you know, in front of me.
Wow.
And, you know, she's so fit, you know, and very positive.
Yeah.
So I think, you know,
is
that's
she Newport as well, from Newport?
Yes, she's from Newport.
Cool.
So I wonder how many, you know, women like her are, you know, like there, out there, you know, to be honest.
Well, it's up to you. It's up to you guys to find them and promote them.
Come to us. Yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks for coming on the show, guys. That was Women of Newport, and you can catch them at the official Women of Newport celebration event on the 23rd of May 2020. Don't forget to check out their Facebook page, Twitter and Instagram, and their website, www.womenofnewport.co.uk, and donate to the GoFundMe to support your local community. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.